What's up, guys? I'm gonna do another first to 10 today. Sorry it took so long for uploading this video. I just got like super busy, and well, now it's finally up. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's begin. Now I'm using a different format now. Like I'm just gonna go through the replays manually, but just so that I don't spoil, I'm going to black out the screen. See, now I just turn it back on. So this is me against TectalEASTSIDE. He's the Labras player. So here I just start with like pretty standard pressure using lasers. So one thing I noticed right away, he's playing really passive. So like I'm not sure if this is an indication of that he's like just trying to download me, or maybe he's just not familiar with the matchup. Okay, so right there, I go for an all-out attack, but it was really just it's just like a fancier ender. But as you can see, I mistimed it completely. I think I don't try it again. There, I forgot the air turn. Otherwise, I would have been able to continue the juggle. Yeah, there I was learning my corner cross-up follow-up, but I still needed to practice it. By the time we did this set, I think I got a little better at it now, but I'm still doing fine without it. Like here, I noticed that Tectal is slightly more active. Like he's actually pressing buttons now. But I noticed that he really hasn't picked up on any patterns or anything. He's just trying stuff out now. So that kind of confirms that, you know, like initially when he tried to just like play completely passive, he wasn't really downloading anything, like from downloading any patterns or any stupid things I'm doing. I guess he's just not very familiar. So let's go to match 2. Current score is 1-0. Actually, I was planning to have an overlay for this, but I totally forgot to include it, and I didn't realize it until after I began this recording. So I'll just do it next time. So right now it's 1-0. Here I do the quote-unquote safe BD. But as you can see, all you really have to do is stay above Shadow Labras and everything will work. Here we see that Tectal actually started on offensive, which is very different from match 1. So maybe he said to himself, you know, screw it, like I have to try something, make something happen. Otherwise it's just gonna be a repeat. Here I tried to cross up, but it was too far away. See here, I noticed that he used the D version of his super, which I think that was like a really crucial mistake. Because if he had Red X for the next round, I think he could have probably gotten this match. Because I would have been automatically playing more cautious, because I don't want to get hit by Red Axe, because I would probably get killed in about 2 hits. The first hit would be like a bread and butter that builds a lot of meter, and the next hit would just kill me. Instead I played more offensive because I knew he had level 0 Axe. And he still has level 0 Axe, or level 1. So at this point, I've noticed that there's things that Labras players typically do, but I haven't seen him do. Like for example, when he has meter, and he just does like any random block string, end it in the guillotine X, like quarter circle back A or B, and one more cancel it, so that you get a high-low mix-up. Like I haven't seen that from him at all so far, and I know that he got a few hits in. And even if it's just unblocked, like when he does that twirly thing that extends in front of Labras, he can go into sweep and then into guillotine X. So I don't know. I think he could have tried that at least. Alright, so right now is 2-0. Hopefully this is working. Like, I see the screen flicker in xsplit, and it shows the replay list, even though I tried to not show it. We'll see once I upload it. Okay, here we go. So it's another typical start. I do like a laser. And here I noticed that he was being way too turtley, so I just started like doing different block strings to see how I could like catch him not blocking. Like for one, whenever I do 5AA, that's at least -3. Because if I instant block, I mean if it gets instant block, obviously it's more. It's like -6, but it's at least -3. So if you see me do 5A, there's really no reason for you to not like respond with your own 5A with Labras. Because if I try to do let's see, I think the only way I could mix it up is by doing 5AA then 5B, and I rarely use that that block string simply because people just don't counter it. Like they don't counter 5AA very often. Here I just tried to do a double overhead, and it didn't turn out quite as I expected because I landed, but it still worked. Net play, I suppose. So again, we see that he's being really passive, and I think it's just a matter of matchup knowledge. He needs to identify when I'm at frame disadvantage, so that he can know like, oh well, I guess now it's my turn to attack, you know? So there I kind of I did a safe BD on accident. There's some, see like right there, that's something I don't really agree with. He spent 100 meter just on alpha counters, and I don't think that was worth it. Like it would have been justifiable if he did like those 2 alpha counters, then immediately went for like a goal burst. That way he gets out of pressure and he gets his meter back, and that would have given him a better chance of getting back into the game. Let's go next. So right now it's 3-0. Next replay. And this was played on I believe a 3-bar connection. So it was pretty good. Like barring like the guillotine X into one more cancel, everything you could probably react to fairly consistently. So here's another thing I noticed right away. It was that he didn't really know how to get around the command grab setup, or maybe he didn't try to or forgot. And whenever, and it's quite simple really. Like all you have to do is watch my persona. If you see him like he's like hiding on the ground where you only see his head popping out, then that's when you wait and delay your tech as much as possible. But like, just don't hold down the button to tech. Basically, you wait and see what my persona's doing, and then you do, and then you tech according to the situation. So there's something I don't agree with. Is the 222 into A, B, or C or whatever. That thing seems like it leaves your persona vulnerable, and it's almost like a free like persona primer break for me. Like, you basically have to guess at which angle I'm gonna go in and attack your persona in order for me to not hit it. See, like right there, I just hit the persona again because I noticed like there was this big opening where I could hit her. This round is actually much closer than I had expected, which is good because it shows adjustment. Now here, I think, yeah, if this was Red X, I would have died, but he should have just stuck to using the normal version of the super, because now he sacrificed all his levels. There I just mashed BD, and I kind of deserve that. I guess that would be like one of the downsides of having been going on the offensive for so long. I haven't really caught like a good glimpse of what is offensive is like. So when it comes down, when the time comes for me to defend, I really have no idea like what he's gonna do. There, one more cancel and reaction to block that thing. I could have gotten a better punish, to be honest, but that's good enough. So there we saw Tectal showing more resistance, which is good. I was expecting him to adjust, especially because part of his issues seem to be in the matchup knowledge. So as he played, I was sure he would be like, he would learn new things, and he would notice things that he didn't notice before. So now let's go to the fifth match. Okay. So yeah, like now, by now, some of you may have already noticed. Like I'll either start with a safe BD by doing 5C and my BD at the same time. 5C be the punch attack, or the laser. Like if I'm not doing any of those two, it's because I expect you to somehow try to interrupt the startup of my persona. And here it's just showing like Shadow Laris's vortex. And again, it goes back to the being able to escape the command grab loop. Some of you guys may have also already noticed that if I land the grab once, I switch immediately to another move, like be it like laser or the punch, or sometimes even the low attack, the ground smash move. And the reason I do that is because even if I know that the person can't escape the grab loop properly, I want to train myself in other types of mix-ups, other types of pressure, and it also
and it also like allows me to implant some misdirection on the opponent.
Because like if I really felt like I had to win a particular round, and I felt like my options were limited, I would probably do something like land the command grab, but suddenly switch to doing a chain of command grab loops, like over and over. And more often than not, this actually catches people by surprise. Let's see. So right now it's 5-0. Let's start the next match. I noticed I didn't comment too much on that previous match, but it was partly because I guess Tectal wasn't able to like block correctly, so it was kind of it was just like showing like the channel average's usual selves. Let's see. So now let's start match number 6. But yeah, so there's two main reasons why I don't chain the command grab very often. One of them is pretty much to like help me learn other ways to attack. The other one is just to feed false information to the opponent. And again here we see that, yeah, like at this point it's pretty much clear that he either completely forgot that you can delay your tech, or he just doesn't know. So if I really wanted to, for the next for the remaining matches, I could get a single knockdown and do the command grab loop over and over. And I could essentially end the round automatically from the first hit. And I think Tectal should have caught on that. He should have told himself, hey, like that's something weird here. Like every time he goes for that grab setup, I can never seem to get out of it. Like, wouldn't that be really broken? And the answer is yes, that would be really broken. But the fact is, you can't get out. You just have to know what game mechanics you can use to your advantage to get out. And I think that's an useful skill in general to have. Like, whenever you feel like you're missing a piece of the puzzle, like there's something that you need to know, be inquisitive, like ask yourself some questions. Be like, oh well, like what could I do different in this situation that's not working? And just try it. And sometimes in the middle of a match, you just gotta try that. It's like, oh, maybe I'll match DP right here and see what happens. Maybe something good will happen. Or maybe I'll try backdash, or maybe I'll just match 5A. Just do anything. Because even failures, like, oh, 5A doesn't work, that's still information. That's still very useful for you to know. But see, if you just stay there and take the grab loop every time, you're not learning anything new. It's yeah, 2 birds there. Okay. Now I believe. Oh shit! I think I lost count. Is it 6-0? Yeah, it's 6-0. See, this is why I need the overlay. But I'll make sure to improve as I upload more sets. So here I'm actually doing like an inferior version of the corner pressure with laser. Like I previously said, I haven't really learned it properly, but Shadow Labyrinth is actually much scarier in the corner than what it shows there. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that it shows just how important it is to be able to block Shadow Labyrinth at the start of the round, because it easily snowballs into like a really bad situation. And it's really not impossible. I think it's just depending on the matchup, sometimes your main target is the Persona and not Shadow Labyrinth. Because maybe you need to hit the Persona first to get that opening you need against Shadow Labyrinth. There I tried to bait the burst, but there really wasn't no need. Okay. But yeah, as every time there's a match that looks kind of like one-sided, I'll just try to like give as much advice as possible. Let's see. Right now, it's 7. Yeah, 7. So this is match number 8. Alright, let's see how it goes. So here we can see like a common start from me, which is laser. That's a really good block, to be honest. Like one thing to keep in mind whenever you want to like block is which mix-up from Shadow Labyrinth will send you to the corner. And more often than not, Shadow Labyrinth players will favor any cross-up or mix-up that's going to send you to the corner as opposed to away. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Here I noticed again that he was just like trying to block everything and being a little too passive, and that just kind of gives me a green light to try like nastier mix-ups, which normally Shadow Labyrinth requires some time to set up. Like she has to do like a 5A instant air dash, which will usually leave a window of opportunity for players to counterattack by doing like, for example, an air throw. But if I see them that they don't take advantage of that, I can just like, you know, go crazy. Here I just did an instant overhead. There, I failed to block the all-out attack, which was, I guess, kind of shameful. Oh, this was nice. Yeah, this was good, really good use of Red Axe. Like he knew that he had to use it to kill me, and I don't think he might have gotten another chance to kill me otherwise. Grab, yeah, grab. See, like right there, at least he tried to do DP. So now he knows that, oh, I can't DP, then I guess I should try something else next time. So that at least advances his knowledge on that setup a little bit. And there he just had to burst because he had to. Rip. Okay. So right now the score is 8-0. Let's match. I need the overlay. Well, aside from the overlay, let me know if you guys have other suggestions. See, another common start. Safe BD. So like right now I'm showing you guys straight up like what are the most common ways for me to start, and I guess that's in part it's something that could be criticized because it's like it shows a pattern on my part, but at the same time I also want to see how people will respond to it, because like maybe there's no good universal response to those two common starts. I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys. See, like, okay, right there, I mistimed my grab a little bit, and he got the air throw. And he also tried something different, which is great. So like right now, he's being more responsive to the grab setup, which is good. It shows that he's starting to realize just how big of a deal it is. That was a really good try. He was just trying to bait my 2B. It's a really good idea, but it's really hard to do against TectalEASTSIDE simply because I can do 2B and 2C, 2C being the fire move. It just fills the entire screen with active frames. There we go. I think he wanted to try Gold Burst there, which is one of the two best options to deal with the command grab setup. So even though he lost this round, like I can at least tell, you know, he's making more adjustments than before. So if we continue to play past this first to 10, then for sure he would probably make significant progress. Now here, let's see, match number 9. Wait, no, we already played match number 9. So, okay, let's go for match number 10. Okay, so now I'm on match point.
Round 1.
I expected great from the two.
Okay, so it's just a laser starter. Safe jump setup, double overhead, grab setup. There he tried to jump. He might have tried to do an air throw, but the thing is, if I time it properly, he just can't grab me out of it. But hopefully, like he caught on to that. Like he learned, oh shit, like maybe I can't grab him out of the air. There, I tried to do 2C, but it was just too far away. See, like spacing with jump B, like he was doing there right now, it's actually pretty good. Because that can actually damage my persona, and jump B is just scary in general. And I think Labras is slightly better. Like I'm not sure if it's the startup. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe the startup is better. There, I'm forced to burst because he had red X. Oh, yeah, he's done. Well, so that's the last match. It was 10-0, and actually I wasn't sure if Tectal wanted me to upload this, but he seemed pretty eager to see me commentate it, so I guess I'm happy about that. Hopefully what I did commentate throughout was helpful to you guys and to Tectal as well. But in summary, that matchup
doesn't seem too great for Labris, but there's things she can take advantage of. Like for one, I'm pretty sure her normals are faster. Let me just look at it. I know stuff like 2B is faster, but I don't know if everything is. Like she probably has the 7 frame, 5A, 2A. Yeah, 7 frames. So one thing is 2B, which has 17 frames startup, as opposed to Shadow Labris, which is 27. So if he wants to play like turtly or passive, first you have to like threaten my persona. So you have to like hit my persona out of the laser startup and kind of make me feel like I need to get in somehow and pressure you a little bit before I can start my persona attacks. So that gives you the opening to use Great Anti on 2B. Like 2B, you can do it on reaction to like an instant air dash from like full screen. Like honestly, that's not a very good move in general to do. Like it's an air dash. But if I notice that you're not on point with your anti-airs, I'm just gonna disrespect you. Another thing to keep in mind, like all out attack, Shadow Labris and Shadow Labris, they're really not. I did fall for it once, but I would probably not do it.
Then let's see. Persona attacks, I think it would be a good idea to zone with 5C. I believe that's the twirly thing. Zone with that more often. I believe it doesn't actually damage my persona. So an alternative that you could maybe consider is like maybe if I do like a slow move and I'm just like trying to hide behind my persona, I can do 2C. Well, no, Labris can do 2C, because I know 2C does like 500 damage or something for the first hit, and I'm pretty sure that's going to damage my persona. And it's a pretty safe move. So barring the startup, which is like 28 frames, you can just throw that out there, because you need ranged attacks anyway, but things with good range that can damage my persona. Something else that you can take advantage of that's kind of small is that Labris, her air dash is not as far reaching as Shadow Labris. So if you dash forward, So if you go to training mode and compare the air dashes, Labris doesn't reach as far, but this also means that she can make more compact movements. So she can do like air dash jump B, and it'll be harder for me to react, or maybe harder for me to anti-air, because I might be too far away. Let's show that real quick. See, like doing something like this, it's really hard for me to anti-air, especially when you consider that I have wait, crap. I'm using a stick that doesn't have a. I don't have a button bound to record. Let's see, button settings. Let's see, record. Play. Let's try this. RB. Okay. And let's compare the air dashes. This one is definitely better. Now, like, let's see that again. Labris. Now, Shadow Labris. Mine goes way further. So just basically use that. Use the more compact air dash to your advantage, because you really don't want to be passive in this matchup, because it opens up opportunities for me to just do all sorts of things. So I guess use that more often. And just the only thing you really need to watch out for is just make sure that you're not gonna run into this 2C. But it has enough recovery that you can attack in between. Now, as far as the persona goes, let's try everything. Yeah, just look for ways to damage my persona. Like, let's try to. Yeah, like, see, like that. that damages. It's not the, I guess it's not the best move, but it covers a lot of space in front of legs. So something to consider. And obviously this one is also good. So if you want to like cover a lot of space in front of Lapras while damaging my persona, there's this too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and like the the one more cancel I was talking about. Like this is really hard to see, like doing this or this. Like that would probably have helped a lot. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know a lot of Lapras, so that's about as much as advice as I can give. And this is kind of improvising because I wasn't actually planning on going past the set, but I hope this advice helps. And in the case like I do a set with like a really good player or something, and I get blown up, for example, then I would probably do the same, cover what I could have done. But yeah, hope you guys liked it, and see you guys later.